Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
I'm Rhea Riley, and this is your special 1017 The Truth News Update. Congratulations to our very own Melanie Ricks on being named the Milwaukee Business Journal 40 Under 40. WTMJ's Julian Johnson has the feature.
My name is Melanie Ricks, and I am the sideline and digital reporter for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I also am the host of a talk radio show on 1017 The Truth. It's called Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. With the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm the person who's telling the stories that you perhaps don't see on the court, doing deeper dives on some of the surface level things that you're seeing. And then on 1017 The Truth, I am the host of a talk radio show. It's a show about nothing, but a show about everything. We talk about current things, we talk about what's on our mind, entertainment, sports. And so I would say overall, I really am a storyteller, both on the radio and on the sideline. I think I'm somebody who makes sure stifled voices are heard. And I really do love to pick up on people's energy and tell people's stories and talk about the things that us everyday folks go through. I love to actually give them a platform to express themselves, and we get quite a bit of interaction. And so yeah, I feel like I'm one of those people who helps give the community a platform to talk about what they want. I am proud of myself for manifesting my dreams. I've always wanted to be a sideline reporter for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I grew up in Milwaukee, born and raised, and I've always been a Bucks fan. I told myself that I would do that one day, and I did. To any of my Jack or Jill of all trades out there, believe in yourself. Thoughts do become things. I'm proof of that, and I've seen evidence of that. Understanding and knowing what your goals are. It's okay if you don't fully see the whole picture, but at least have an idea and work hard. Try to build connections wherever you go. People want to help good people. So if you're a good, kind person and you're putting good energy out there, I genuinely believe that the universe does reward that.
This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? Oh, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And I'm but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants to smoke today?
Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The movement continues.
The marathon continue.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Thursday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Hey, thank you for joining me this Thursday, January 11th, 2024. And you know what? Before we start the show, before we get into the action, I got to tell y'all, I marked something off of my bucket list today. I was with the brothers from KBN, Kyle, Brad, and Norton over there at ESPN 94.5 down at the lake, at Lake Michigan, and we did the Packer plunge. And we went to Lake Michigan because the Packers made the playoffs. Now, at the time, we was talking about the Packers when it first came up, when Ben Bruss brought it up. The Packers didn't look like they was going to make the playoffs. And even though I speak highly of the Packers, I do. You know, I thought somehow, some way, we was going to make it happen. So I was like, hey, if the Packers make the playoffs, you know, we jumping in Lake Michigan. So, and then it was like, let's do it. So it went from there. And the Packers ended up making the playoffs. And, you know, salute to Kyle, Brad, and Ben. It was cold. And, you know, I always watch the polar bear people. I always watch the people that did the polar bear plunge at the beginning of the year. And I just thought they was crazy. But now today, I think I'm crazy for jumping into Lake Michigan. And my feet still cold. My feet is still cold right now, like frozen. You know what I mean? From jumping into the lake. And I guess they're going to have the footage on ESPN 94.5 on their social media. And maybe it'll be on some Truth social media because Carrie Noni Juice World, she was in the building, so she was watching, she was recording. But I'm going to tell you, I wasn't going all the way under. I was not going all the way under. I know they dump a little sewage and sometimes they release a little sewage water in Lake Michigan. So I didn't go all the way under. But Ben and Brad went all the way under. Me and Kyle we just went probably and went chest up. We didn't go all the way under. So it was one of those things that, you know, you see all your life and then all of a sudden you go do it. And I'm going to tell you right now, like I went to test the water. They say never test the water because I went and stuck my finger in there and now, whoo, oh, OMG. It was freezing cold. It was so cold. I'm telling you right now, I don't even know how I even did it. I think the tip of my toes right now is still frosty. But it was an amazing experience, and I get to mark that off my bucket list. But I'm never doing that again. If I ever do it again, it'll be a bag. Something have to happen. It's gonna have to be some money involved. So something, you know. I mean, you know, it can't be just raw going up in there. Like how DJ Brother Z get down raw, just, you know,
hey,
jumping into Lake Michigan.
What?
DJ Brother Z, the only thing we was missing was you on the ones and twos.
Yeah, y'all got it.
We need, look, you know, if we do this annually, like when the Packers make the playoffs every year, because, you know, we got to spread the love. Jordan Love is now the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, and I think he's the guy, and I believe he's the franchise quarterback for the future. So, hey, look, if it's going to spread the love, I hope they go to Dallas. You know, we got the Dallas Cowboys. What do you think our chances of winning this game, DJ Brother Z, against Dallas?
I'm not sure. I don't know, like, about Dallas, so I feel like they're good.
They undefeated at home.
You said what?
They undefeated in Dallas.
Oh, well, I guess our chances go lower then.
Well, I'll say this, you know, it depends on what team shows up. It depends on what Packer defense show up. If it's the defense, that showed up against the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears, we might have a chance. But if it's the defense that made us raise an eyebrow, we might be going home first round elimination. But I'm gonna put the energy out there for the Packers to win. I always put the energy out there for the Packers to win. But since I jumped in this cold water, I really boosted up the energy. And I need somebody to send me some warm energy right now. While y'all listening to the Tory Lowe Show, send some warm prayers over my way. Because I am freezing right now. It just happened. We just did it about 30 minutes ago. And then I had to come in right into the, get dressed and come into the station to do the show. Hey. But look, when we come back, I got some stories that we need to be paying attention to, Truth Nation. We got to head over to two places that these situations make you say, oh, wow. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Calling all black-owned business and entrepreneurs. The award-winning 1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black Business Give Back. Go to blackbusinessgiveback.com for your chance to sign up to receive 3 months of free advertising on The Truth, valued at $6,000. It is that easy. Grow your business today by signing up for our Black-owned business Give Back. For official contest rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com, member FDIC.
Join the Milwaukee Bucks on February 8th as they kick off their Black History Month celebration with a game against border rival, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not only can you watch the best scoring duo in the NBA, the Bucks will also be recognizing the amazing contributions of African Americans in our community while highlighting incredible organizations who truly epitomize who and what Milwaukee is all about. So join in on the Black History Month celebration by getting your tickets to see the Bucks take on the Timberwolves by visiting bucks.com/tickets.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Dr. Ken Harris with his truth.
Take this new year and consider changing how you tackle issues and problems. A new year is an opportunity to see the world, well, actually your world, in a new way. Not in the I'm going to start a new exercise or a new job or a new way of life kind of way. It's a time to see the world in a I'm going to change the way I process my life and surroundings kind of way. Politics, religion, family, work, taxes, all that. It's all changing this year. With counties, cities, state, federal, all these elections coming, with the separation of church and state being redefined, and with the canceling of the American mind well in hand, there's not a lot left to be grateful for except how you see the world and understand the world. So I got 3 quick suggestions. Number 1, take off the rose-colored glasses and see the world for what it is. Second, choose information from sources and a place of balance, so that it's not all one way or another way or just feeds what you already understand and know. Lastly, challenge yourself this year with a new, higher level of knowledge. In 2024, remember, it's about having your perception elevated. You might know it as hope.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Pull up in motorcades, got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way. 'Cause I took control of
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, look, we got to head over to Jackson, Mississippi, where there were 215 bodies found in Jackson, Mississippi. It's like a graveyard behind a Mississippi jail. Families in Mississippi are upset after learning why and where their loved ones were buried. Unmarked graves. They just like had a stick sticking out. And in order for the people to get their loved ones from these unmarked graves, they got to pay to get the bodies out. Oh, wow. Well, thank God for Attorney Benjamin Crump for being on top of this, because I wonder how many black men are buried in the back of this jail. Let's listen.
An unsettling situation in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi to be exact. It's been revealed 215 bodies were buried in unmarked graves behind a state jail in Jackson, of course. Attorney Ben Crump is now calling for an investigation. Families of the dead reportedly had no idea until last month. Some of them, those grave sites were only labeled by a number and a metal rod. Joining us to talk about it, activist Arthur Silky Slim Reed, who also works with Ben Crump.
So, Arthur, this started with Dexter Wade's case back in March, right? He was an individual who was hit by a police officer, and his family thought he was simply missing, but he was dead and buried, and no one notified them.
Well, the thing about it is that he had identification on him, Isaiah, and the medical examiner gave it to the lead detective, who said he called, didn't get an answer, and they didn't worry about doing anything else. What we're finding, Isaiah, is that Mississippi is Mississippi. It's an ugly Mississippi. And this is sad because now we have 6 other individuals that has been put into the same grave. And if you look at the video from when we first went to that site, buzzards were flying overhead. And we were trying to figure out, why are the buzzards flying overhead? But it's because they're putting them in shallow graves, and the only thing that they're putting them in is a body bag without embalming the bodies.
Oh,
so
wow.
The stench from the bodies are drawing buzzards there. It's so inhumane for anybody to do anyone like that, Isaiah, is just horrible is what we can say. And that's not even a word that we should use in a situation like this. It's something that we haven't seen.
And what we're seeing here is over 200 people in this, what they consider a pauper's grave behind the county jail there. And what you guys are learning in your investigation is many of these families were never called, were never notified. Many of them still think their family members or thought their family members were simply missing, but they were dead and buried and never got a call from any investigators, any law enforcement officials or authorities in Jackson, Mississippi.
That's right. And one of the things that we faced being Mississippi is that they thought that we were playing the race card. We have white clients as well. There were white people that were buried the same way, Isaiah. And any human being that's buried the way that they're burying these individuals, it says a lot about the people that's doing this criminal act. And the only thing that we're asking, because people always look at us when we're out fighting for civil rights of individuals, the only thing that we're asking in this case, we want you to do the right thing and give them a humane burial. And the city is, so it's crazy, Isaiah, to see something like that. It's 2023. It's not 1940. But to see them just dumping bodies in a grave like that, and no name, just a number. So they'll say, well, number 13, that's Arthur Reed. Number 21 is Isaiah Carey. But we don't really know until we get the remains. And then the remains had decomposed so bad, we just have to take them at their word. And when you look at the story, they told us that they would exhume this body at 12 noon, but they ended up taking this young man, Dexter Wade, out of the ground at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, they say we were not going to allow them to embarrass us with those cameras. If you're not embarrassed by what you're doing, it's shame on you.
Absolutely.
Terrible.
Incredible.
Terrible. Terrible. And they just, throwing them in the ground, not identifying the family or not, notifying the family. This is a mess. This is a mess. And this been going on. It's just got discovered due to Dexter Wade, where a police officer fatally hit him and they buried him in this grave in back of the jail without notifying the family. And the mama went up there to file a missing person report. And they knew he was in the grave. See, this is what I'm saying. See, is justice reform off the table? Or are we moving on to abortion? and transgender rights and stuff like that? Is the overhaul of the justice system off the table for blacks? Because I don't hear nobody talking about it no more. If it wasn't for the Tory Lowe show, you probably wouldn't even hear this question. So is justice reform off the table as we moving forward? I guess we didn't get nothing as usual. So we just gonna move on. They working on the abortion stuff quicker than they was working on the rights for justice in America. Got y'all that hopped off one train and got on another train without going to any destination. Y'all don't even know where y'all going. And this is going on right now in 2023. These families finding out that their loved ones was buried in a shallow grave in the back of the jailhouse. The jail. This is definitely the work of evil right here. This is some evil workings right here. So are we through with the march for justice, with the fight for justice, and we done moved on? Because I don't hear nobody trying to continue that fight. With all, it seems like it's more incidents now with the law enforcement going on than it ever was before. So that ain't on the table in this election, this big time election. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there because it's still a problem. And when we went to the polls, the last election, they ran on the concept of justice reform. They ran on the concepts. Had us in meetings. What they call gaslighting black folks. No justice, no peace. Had some of the family from Milwaukee running around up on the mainstream stage talking about we want justice. Now I guess it's abortion rights. Or is it 101 genders? What is it? Well, where y'all at right now? Where are we at with the black community when it comes to these elections and what we asking for? That's all I'm saying. And people get mad because you're not getting nothing. Yeah, that's why you mad. Because if you was getting something, it wouldn't even bother you. Bootlicking, leadership, we done moved on. We done moved on and let these people sniggling and giggling and eating pizza at the meetings. Oh, wow. That's all I'm as an advocate, I'm going to stay right there in the pocket with the most needs of my people that I see, that I have to deal with. And justice reform cannot be off the table. Issues with housing cannot be off the table. Economics cannot be off the table. Y'all just done moved on. I got people, every time the Democratic Party come around and they move on to a different subject, y'all just move on to a different subject. Where the money at? Y'all going where the money at? That's why I say, ask anybody that's running around here promoting Democratic ideas how much they getting paid, because that's 20 pieces of silver. That's worse than the Illuminati. Bust down to get down. Crumbs for you bums. That's what it is. Because we're not earmarking anything result-based for us. And you can look over there and see 215 unmarked graves. How many of those people in there is black? And they said that the vultures, like the birds, was flying over the sites because they shallow graves. So they done went in down there and dug in and picked up what they wanted off the body. Only burying the body in a body bag. Not even giving them a box or a casket or anything to to honorably try to bury somebody. They just threw them in the ground. Salute to Benjamin Crump for bringing light to this and the activists that's surrounding this situation. Salute to Attorney B. Ivy Lamar and Benjamin Crump, who's working with situations right here in the state of Wisconsin, because I work with them when it comes to people right here in the state of Wisconsin. But justice reform can't be off the table. Getting living wage jobs in our neighborhoods can't be off the table. Better education opportunities cannot be off the table. When these politicians coming by, what y'all talking about? When they ask y'all to fill out their signatures so they can run for office, what did you even ask them for something, or you was just happy that somebody came and knocked at the door? Or, oh yeah, you look like a nice person. Hey, handing your vote away. They got your vote counted. I'm letting you know that right now, and you ain't got nothing from it. And I wouldn't feel proud about that. We got to use these votes as a weapon to make some real change, Truth Nation. That's all I'm going to say. Because when we talk about this next story, it's really going to tee you off. You really finna get teed off at this next story, because the story I just told was pretty bad. But this next story coming out of Alabama, OMG. Now, when I saw this, we always know that the jails and the prison systems is just a reformatted slavery. But there's a federal lawsuit that accuses Alabama of modern-day slavery for inmate labor. Got these inmates, Elizabeth Brown talk about this all the time. Got the inmates in the jail working for pennies at these big companies. Well, it's a lawsuit. The lawsuit claims the state is using private businesses. And we know that the slaves was working for the private businesses, private companies and all of that, doing everything under the sun with the free labor. But then when they get out of jail, they can't use that work experience to get a real job out here for those same companies because they are felon. Let's listen to see what's going on in Alabama.
Developing tonight, a newly filed lawsuit in federal court accuses the state of Alabama of denying parole to incarcerated people in order to use those inmates for free labor. According to the plaintiffs, it amounts to, quote, modern-day slavery. In the 126-page filing, the plaintiffs named several state agencies, but also some city governments, including Montgomery and Troy. The lawsuit claims the state, and by extension, cities and even private businesses, stand to gain financially from the labor of ADOC inmates. The plaintiffs say the 2023 alone, Alabama will use its inmate population to obtain an economic benefit of $450 million.
Oh, wow.
Since 2018,
They have grown this forced labor system by replacing evidence-based parole decision-making with a highly discriminatory parole system that favors white people over Black people for release at a rate of 2 to 1. The suit we filed alleges this forced labor scheme violates the U.S. Constitution, the Alabama Constitution, and a host of federal laws.
Now, we've reached out to the state's parole board, the ADOC, and the governor's office for comment on the lawsuit.
They not gonna say nothing. See what I'm saying? It's justice reform off the table. Because last time I checked, last time these elections were circling around, it was about justice reform. The whole country came out. Well, at least that's what we thought. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a pop culture report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At Associated Bank, they know opportunity can't wait. If you're a female or minority small business owner, their community uplift loans could be for you. Loans range from $5,000 to $50,000. Get funds in as little as 1 business day. Talk to a relationship manager today about a community uplift loan and other business banking services. Call 800-270-7725. Visit AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch. Because you help build the Midwest and your neighborhoods, they got your back. Associated Bank, your money works here. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Be sure to tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth on Monday, January 15th as we celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We start the day off with Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, broadcasting live from the YMCA's 27th annual MLK Breakfast from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. The celebration of MLK's legacy continues live on site at the Marcus Performing Arts Center's 40th annual MLK Jr. celebration, as Tory Lowe and Dr. Ken Harris will both be broadcasting their shows live on site from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Our Truth Remote Broadcast Street Team is sponsored by UW Credit Union.
Research shows that high-quality teachers have the greatest impact on student success during the school day. By shaping their students, they are shaping the future. Yet while actors have Oscars, musicians have Grammys, and athletes have gold medals, exemplary educators who prepare every profession are just not recognized enough. The Milken Educator Awards set out to change that by surprising outstanding educators across the nation with $25,000 prizes and providing a platform to celebrate, elevate, and activate the profession.
Erica Stephen!
The awards were created by Lowell Milken of the national nonprofit Milken Family Foundation. The journey to surprising the 3,000th Milken Educator is in full swing. Who will be next?
Honey, they chose me.
Celebrate teachers, value teachers, thank teachers.
Being blind doesn't always look how others may think. Stargardt disease was supposed to define me.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down.
A blinding eye disease attempted to force me away from doing what I was born to do.
But it cannot stop me. I have the tools.
I will keep moving forward.
Pushing past the limits of this disability.
I know where to find support and where I can be seen.
Loss of sight won't blind our vision. Innovative research, educational resources, supportive community. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is leading the charge in finding treatments and cures for blinding diseases. Learn more at fightingblindness.org. A public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. The prep for the Dallas Cowboys is underway in Green Bay as the Packers are just a few days away from their NFC wildcard matchup on Sunday afternoon. A game and a test that QB1 knows will be a tough one.
You said, they're a really good team, really good defense, so definitely one of the best defenses we've seen all year. Just having that mindset, we got to play our best ball.
Big week of honors for QB1, who was also named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for the second consecutive time. Over to college hoops, where the Wisconsin Badgers won their fifth straight game, defeating Ohio State 71-60 to improve to 12-3 on their season. Meanwhile, Marquette falling to Butler at home by a final of 69-62. And lastly, shocking news out of college football on Wednesday afternoon as Alabama head coach Nick Saban has reportedly decided to retire. Saban, who has won 7 national championships, more than any other major college football coach. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey Panini, don't you be a meanie. Thought you wanted me to go, why you tryna keep me teeny? It's a dreamy, wished it on a genie. I got fans finally, and you wanting them to see me.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Pop Culture Report, brought to you by Ben Jimmy.
It's amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice World in the building.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy,
hey,
y'all.
What's happening there?
What's happening there?
Keeping it juicy. Now, Carrie, you was out there when we was doing the plunge.
Oh, yeah, I was out there. Was I with y'all? No.
Hey.
But was I there? Yes.
You was there for the content.
I was there for the content, baby. Got some really good content. Make sure you guys follow our Instagram page at 1017 The Truth to see Tory Lowe and Kyle Wallace and team jump into
Ben Bruss,
the water.
KBN Nation.
Man, crazy. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah. I officially was like, hey, this was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was very crazy.
My toes are still tingling.
You know what I'm saying? I only can imagine.
I saw the video now, T-Lo. I had to see the vid. I had to see it because ultimately, I always felt that was just stuff that black folks don't do.
Right.
Okay.
I
black
did too.
folks don't play around with the ice water. We let that be. Okay.
Right.
We let the polar bears do it.
We'll let the polar bears do it. We'll let the people who are descendants of people from the Titanic, hop in there and they can do that polar plunge.
Right. I agree.
You
want to be Leonardo DiCaprio? Go ahead.
And you know what's crazy to me is Kyle said that you were one of the first ones to say, yeah, I'll do it.
Well, that's because the Packers was going. We didn't know if the Packers was going to the playoffs.
You're a dedicated
So when the energy came up, like if it was in a way that the Packers could win the playoffs, I was like, yeah, let's go. It was all Pack driven.
Oh my goodness. And Ben, I'm just gonna say, one, why do you have these headphones around your eyes like you in Star Wars?
This is my vibe right now.
All right, that's your vibe. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let you do you. But the thing is, black people, no, we don't go in no dirty water doing all that stuff. However,
like Michigan got poisons in there and everything.
It does. It 100% does.
Doo-doo.
However, I would do like an ice bath, like an ice soak or something.
That says good for you.
I have been seeing a lot of videos lately, even on social media, of people doing like 2-3 minutes in the ice bath.
It's good for stress and stuff.
It's definitely
Anxiety.
good for you, helps your body out, and athletes do it all the time, but just not no dirty water. Y'all crazy.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this.
Y'all growing.
Me and Kyle didn't do all the way in.
No, hold on.
No, I'm talking. We didn't put the head under. We didn't go all the way under.
You ain't put the head under. Kyle didn't either. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about because when I watch the video, when I go back and watch the video, Ben Bruss and Norman, that's the gentleman's name, Brad Norman. I know he used to be a football player.
I think it's Nortman, ain't it?
Yeah.
With a T.
Brad Norman
Nortman with a T.
Norman.
Ben, what's up?
I'm just trying to put Brad out there.
Brad Norman.
Brad Norman. He's a part of our team. Okay, here at GKB. All right, but the two white dudes who was part of that team, they went in head first.
Right.
They went in there diving.
They went swimming.
In some shallow water, too, because it was only in about 2 feet. Because it's only about 2 feet. Went head first. They are some savages. All right. By the way, though, Kyle and Tory Lowe, when they go in,
it seemed like Kyle decided to drop down and get his eagle on when he did. And then Tory ran in, he put his knees in, and then he just splashed the water on his chest. And he ran back down.
I'm not going under. I already know what's in the water.
Bro, because the fish are damn near dead.
Right.
Man, what you think is gonna happen to your skin?
Dude, I was already prepared for it. I already went through the checklist.
But y'all are good sports, man. Like that is pure dedication. I'm gonna do that one day. Maybe one year I'm gonna do the polar bear plunge or whatever.
You gonna do it at the New Year's?
Yeah,
on New
for
Year.
the New Year. That I might do it one day.
They saying they want to keep doing the Packer plunge every time they make the playoffs.
You know what? I might just hop on the bandwagon.
I'll
fuck on that stuff.
Sometimes you encounter once in a lifetime type of opportunity,
right?
And it's memories. You can look back and be like, man, I did that.
Well, and honestly, Tory, because we was having this conversation kind of like off air, but this is actually what I was trying to ask you. But I was doing the show with Melanie Ricks, Nothing But the Truth at 12 from 12 to 1 p.m. You guys can listen, blah, 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 blah. But you know what, Tory, I wanted to ask you this because I know you being up at Lambeau Field.
Right.
You being up at Lambeau Field, hosting the Packers game each and every Sunday.
Green Bay game day.
Yeah, Green Bay game day. How does that feel now that you're finna be doing it for the playoffs? Like, this is the first playoff game.
I mean,
like,
to me, it's like a dream come true because I went to school to be sportscast.
Yeah.
And so I never thought it would happen in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Honestly, I never thought it would happen. I was out here advocating for a lot of families. So when they called me and I got a call to say, hey, look, do you want to get back in and do radio? I thought it was a joke because I didn't think it was anything outside of what I was seeing that was actually here. And it was a brand new idea, the truth, but it was the sister station was ESPN 94.5. So it merged well because now I get to do my show from 1 to 4. Then I get to do a segment, Tory Lowe Tuesdays over there at KBN 94.5. And now I do Green Bay game day pregame, before the game up at Lambeau. So to me, it was just a dream come true.
Do y'all got any kind of special programming happening on this Sunday now because you guys are part of the playoffs?
I guess that we're going to find out what's going on with the schedule either today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
That's fire,
it's
bro.
just,
I
it's
didn't
just
even know
powerful.
it was a home game.
No, it's not a home game. It's in Dallas.
Oh, it is in
But
Dallas.
we can still
But you're
broadcast.
still going to broadcast.
Yeah, we can still do the broadcast here.
Because you know how Lambeau, Green Bay Packer fans is up there in Green Bay. It's wild. But no, man, that's just huge. And I just wanted to be like, dang, Tory, like you got to be really proud of yourself, man. Seriously, to walk the walk that you do, and then even can't like. Again, how you said, I started off with the truth, and reluctantly in the 3 years time span, now you up here doing something that you actually dreamed of doing.
And got a full season in.
A full season, bro. Like
we got a full season in already.
Because people was down Jordan Love, fam.
Right.
Like they was down Jordan Love.
We was on their necks though.
Yeah, and see that's the thing.
You was on the love train from the beginning.
Right.
Straight up.
What the thing
definitely were too.
What the thing is, I understand genetics, like when you got somebody that was able to get that training from somebody that's an MVP.
Right.
And then he's
tutelage.
He's probably a little bit more athletic than Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. So once he got the game speed, he just had to get the game speed, and that comes with just playing the game.
So you're saying you 100% believe we going all the way, or you just want to take it a game at a time?
Well, I'll say this. I wouldn't.
76ers, I think, or 49ers. Thank you.
God.
I'm thinking basketball. My bad.
49ers,
they will be after Dallas.
Right.
And I heard they a little tough.
I'll say this.
If we could beat the Cowboys, I'm all in.
I'm going to tell you this. That's a young team. The Packers are a young team.
Youngest team in the league.
We don't have just this wide receiver is a guy. We got Jaden Reed, but we also got Bo Milton that just came out of nowhere off the practice squad. First Packer receiver to go over 100 yards. We got a lot of weapons to use, but I'm more worried about the defense. What defense is going to show up? Because if the defense that showed up against the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Bears, if that defense show up, we got a good chance at winning Dallas.
Well, we gonna see, y'all. I'm excited. Go Pack, go, baby.
Hey, I'm all in. Hey, look,
where
I'm
y'all going at? Where we going for the bars or something? Where you going, Big Jim?
What's happening in?
I don't know. I'm finna be in spirit with the truth.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe I'll be down at the lake. I'll polar plunge the whole game. Just sit
If
there.
the Packers beat Dallas, you going in?
I'll do it. If KBN or Joy, Tory Lowe, I'll do it. Kerry Noni do it. DJ Brother Z do it. Dr. King
I don't
do
know
it.
how to
Melody
swim.
Rich
I'm
do
not
it.
doing it.
You don't got to know how to swim. Just dip the toe
I'm
in.
not doing it.
That's all you got to do. If we all do it, I'm down.
Hey.
Sherwin Hughes do it. You know.
Hey, it ain't gonna happen. If you didn't name too many names of where it ain't gonna happen.
Liz Brown, come out.
Now Liz will do it.
Shut up.
Liz Brown
I
will do it.
definitely could see Liz coming out.
She will do it.
And doing it.
Yeah, no, I think it's just dope though, and all that smack I was talking about the polar plunge before. It's
Right,
because
went
I'm
out the
jealous.
window.
It's just jealous. I'm jealous. I want to go out. I want to be. Why I ain't get an invite, Tory? Why?
Look,
Kyle, you the content director. Why I ain't get an invite?
And I found out the other day.
Yeah,
because I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't know what day it was gonna happen.
I'm on live. Brian D, you ain't hit me up.
I'm just trying to figure out why we allowing this man to look like this.
Look like what?
Like that guy from Star Trek.
Yes. Did I say Star Wars? I definitely have said Star Wars. I meant Star Trek.
I could be Cyclops right now.
Hey, look, if y'all want to see Benjamin looking like how he looking right now, you can go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Hey, look what DJ Brother Z did. I said my toes was freezing. He sat one of the monitors to a fireplace.
That is so thoughtful. Shout out to Gen Z, man.
Hey.
That's what's up. I hope you feel the vibrations.
It's mental.
Yeah, it is. That's actually funny because that could actually work.
Look, when we come back, I want to talk about this Lil Nas X.
Police.
This new rollout. It's called Jesus Christ.
I
I don't know.
We're gonna talk about
We're gonna talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay like they right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596 or visit www.kwwf.org. That's 800-506-5596 or visit www.kwwf.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Learn from experts at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Their faculty is recognized worldwide as leaders in their fields. You'll get to know them in small classes and through hands-on learning opportunities. There are more than 200 programs for you to be able to choose from. Plus, new freshmen are automatically considered for merit scholarships. With a merit scholarship, you can receive up to $6,000 over 4 years. Find out why thousands of students are choosing UWM. Apply now at uwm.edu.
Gruber Law Offices, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Call us today if you've been injured. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on The Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin.
It's amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice. Juice World in the building.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
Keeping it juicy.
It's two things going on right now. We got one where Lil Nas X has released a teaser called Jesus Christ. And I saw the teaser, and it's like an elevator or stairway to heaven going up into heaven. Like, so now the first video, he slides down the pole to hell. Now he trying to go up.
He said that he now is making gospel music.
That is true. He did say that.
Okay.
I don't pay him no mind. I don't pay him no attention
Okay.
because God deals with people like that.
Hey.
Like to play with his name, huh?
Like I take that very seriously.
Hey, look, you play with everybody else, but why would you play with God? Look, I'm gonna tell you this. When I see this, I wonder why everybody takes shots at Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's what I'm asking.
But they don't take shots at the Nation of Islam
Nobody
because they're going to get their head busted.
Yeah, they know who they can mess with.
They know that in Christians, you know, I ain't saying that we got to, but we supposed to love everybody. But it seemed like that kindness always get taken for weakness.
I mean, but don't y'all think, though, like if I'm somebody who's trying to, like, push the envelope, if I'm trying to push the letter, push an agenda, I have to attack what Americans' number one religion is Christianity. It's not Buddhism. It's not a Muslim religion.
It's a lot of religions out here that you could, like I said, but I'm talking about everybody, most 9 times out of 10, they take shots at Jesus Christ. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad you said 9 times out of 10 because 90% of Americans are Christian.
Right.
Yes.
Which is fine.
That's what I'm saying, though.
But
so he has to take it at that. If he has to take a shot at Jesus, if he feels like he wants to, rile up the feathers of people. If he played as Buddha or he played as Muhammad or something like that, even if
he'd get handled.
He just might. He just might.
That's why I say because I'm gonna tell you this.
All right.
Christians have accepted everything. We always, we not gonna.
You see the Pope.
If a Christian punch you, you're gonna be like, oh, I thought you were supposed to believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But if somebody,
that's not Christ-like.
But if somebody punch you from the nation, you ain't gonna say that.
I just think that because Lil Nas X has said before, like, oh, why I can't, speak my truth because, the church has done, the Christian church, let me be specific, has done so much to me as far as making me feel not accepted and making me feel some type of way about my lifestyle and XYZ. So they feel as though they have to do some type of pushback to that same religion that they feel like hurt them when they were growing up, or the religion that they feel like is not accepting them or whatever. I think his sales are low. I think he needs some attention. I think he knows how to push people's buttons. He knows how to get us talking about him, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. And
that's what you're doing.
Yeah, it is what I'm doing because Tory Lowe brought it up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, I don't like that when we talk about music, everybody, when they want to take a shot at religion, they take a shot at Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's easy for them.
Yeah, it's just easy. It's actually like a sucker move too.
Like, what are they doing in other countries?
Taking a shot at Muhammad.
Okay, keep it there.
That's fair, right? There's people out here to troll everywhere, right? Like there's somebody else out there who is taking a shot at these people. But what I truly want to say is, because we only got 3 minutes left.
You don't even know how much time we got because you got the thing over your eyes.
You can't even see the clock.
Y'all can't see me. I can see y'all. All right.
What's going on, Ben Jerry?
But no, because I honestly said this when Lil Nas X's career, when Lil Nas X career had real life had kicked off. I said I hope nobody tries to use him and against against God. I hope nobody uses him against himself. Like, and now, as you just said, Noni, he is actually using whatever antic that he feel like he can do to actually garner attention, to actually garner streams, garner numbers, and hopefully, it makes his music better. But ultimately, I think he's being used as a tool for the devil. And that's truly what I really feel.
And he came out with that shoe, that demonic shoe.
Yeah. It's just like, why are you doing these things? There's no purpose.
And how did we get here? How did we get from Old Town Road, the kids loving the song, to him being on the stripper poles, to him having naked people in his video, to him doing dirty things to Satan?
It sounds like an industry plant to me.
What is going on? How did we get here?
Yeah, I guess he took a drive up that Old Town Road. That's what happens. You do the Old Town Road. Next thing you know, you up that Brokeback Mountain.
I thought you were going to say sliding up that pole.
Hey, went to Brokeback Mountain to slide down to the pole to hell, and now you're trying to be back to Jesus. But, ultimately, we are all God's children, and hopefully Lil Nas X does find himself, because right now I know he doesn't know who he is. He's doing whatever he can do for attention.
And who's around him?
Hey,
who is his team? Who are the people, that he confides into?
Lucian Grange. Yep. Oh, you don't know that, huh?
Dog.
Bruh.
You're crazy.
I just gotta look at the time, bro.
I'm just
all right.
saying.
Look at the time. Lucian Grange is around him.
Also, they played Young Thug is in court. Seems like he's been in court forever.
Yes.
Okay, so they played his song Lifestyle in the court recently.
He did a lot of stuff to live this here lifestyle. I'm saying.
It seems like they don't got much. When you do a RICO or you do something broad like that.
Just let the man out.
They just doing all kinds of stuff. Because they even brought up LeBron James.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
In the courtroom.
What was what did LeBron got to do with Young Thug?
They was talking about some of the hand gestures that LeBron was doing. You're talking about LeBron James, asking him about some of the hand gestures, and did he say slime life? Have you ever seen LeBron reference slime?
I've seen LeBron do a lot of things he ain't got no business doing.
Sounds like to me when Young Thug gets out, he's gonna be bigger than ever.
Bigger than Gunna? Because when Gunna came out, I wasn't expecting for people to really gravitate back towards him.
They didn't gravitate towards him. They did not gravitate towards him. It's one thing to have a hit. It's another thing to be able to be out here and move the culture. Okay? Let's not get the two confused.
How is it being confused?
He did the Barclays.
He literally sold out the concert. And he's been on award shows and people dressing like him and everything. What are you saying?
Yeah. Watch what I tell you. That Gunna effect is gone.
I'm saying the culture, just because it might be for a short time period, doesn't mean it doesn't have an effect on the culture.
Also, I seen the movie that's coming out like a biopic of Rick Ross.
What?
Everybody just doing something.
Biopic of 21 Savage. Drops this Friday.
Biopic Benjamin.
Oh, speaking of biopics, Book of Clarence comes out today.
Oh, wow.
In theaters.
Yes.
Definitely going to make sure you check that out.
That's another movie that's mocking Jesus Christ.
Wait.
No, it's not.
Is that the one with Issa Rae?
See, now I got to put my headphones
on. Go right ahead.
Can we talk about this later?
We could.
Okay. All right. Brother Z?
We'll talk about it later. Hey, we'll talk about the Book of Clarence. That's a whole nother conversation.
It's true. I mean, it is, but
his real name is Clarence.
Truth Nation, it's Telly Hughes from Truth Be Told with Denise Thomas and Telly Hughes, and I have to let you know that the best morning show in the country is streaming live on YouTube every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yes, DT and I are now waking you up in the a.m. live every weekday on YouTube. So go to YouTube right now to subscribe to 1017 The Truth so you can watch Denise and I get your morning started off right. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
And at the top, rises for three over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years, whether it's rescuing animals caught in disasters, ensuring the safety of animal stars on screen, or protecting our planet's endangered species. They go above and beyond to further their mission and make the world a kinder place for animals. Please consider adopting a shelter pet and support American Humane. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
Brought to you by American Humane.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
I'm Rhea Riley, and this is your special 101.7 The Truth News Update. Congratulations to our very own Melanie Ricks on being named the Milwaukee Business Journal 40 Under 40. WTMJ's Julian Johnson has the feature.
My name is Melanie Ricks, and I am the sideline and digital reporter for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I also am the host of a talk radio show on 101.7 The Truth. It's called Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. With the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm the person who's telling the stories that you perhaps don't see on the court, doing deeper dives on some of the surface level things that you're seeing. And then on 101.7 The Truth, I am the host of a talk radio show. It's a show about nothing, but a show about everything. We talk about current things, we talk about what's on our mind, entertainment, sports. And so I would say overall, I really am a storyteller, both on the radio and on the sideline. I think I'm somebody who makes sure stifled voices are heard. And I really do love to pick up on people's energy and like tell people's stories and talk about the things that us everyday folks go through. I love to actually give them a platform to express themselves, and we get quite a bit of interaction. And so yeah, I feel like I'm one of those people who helps give the community a platform to talk about what they want. I am proud of myself for manifesting my dreams. I've always wanted to be a sideline reporter for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I grew up in Milwaukee, born and raised, and I've always been a Bucks fan. I told myself that I would do that one day, and I did. To any of my Jack or Jill of all trades out there, believe in yourself. Thoughts do become things. I'm proof of that, and I've seen evidence of that. Understanding and knowing what your goals are. It's okay if you don't fully see the whole picture, but at least have an idea and work hard. Try to build connections wherever you go. People want to help good people. So if you're a good, kind person and you're putting good energy out there, I genuinely believe that the universe does reward that.
This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? Oh, this thing. I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's mentioned. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20, 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues. Right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got a guest on the line. We got Ilia Rashad Mohammed on the lines. There's something going on January 13th, 2024, Saturday. There's a movie, like a documentary that's being shown at Muhammad Mosque 3, 4202 North Teutonia Avenue, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How you doing, Brother Ilia Rashad?
Brother, I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and I'm anticipating my arrival in the great city of Milwaukee.
Hey, look, now, there's going to be a film being shown, and when I'm looking at the advertisement or the graphic or the flyer, there's a spaceship on this flyer, and it says, "Answered, the coming of God."
Yep.
What's happening?
And I know that flyer is probably shocking, and the content of the documentary film that the flyer represents is just as shocking, because what the flyer entails is the fact of the reality of the UFO phenomena and its relationship to all of those divine prophecies and all of the major religions. And it's also related to the plight of black people in the world. And it's because this topic is very seldom discussed in public forums, we found it necessary not only to produce documentaries, but also write books on behalf of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam to make sure that we make this subject matter all too plain. And that's what we intend to do this weekend in Milwaukee.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. I just talked about these UFOs and aliens because they just said recently some aliens showed up, well, at least allegedly, some aliens showed up in Miami. And, you know, this is going on social media. And I'm one of those people, I got to see, I can't just be wishing on a star. You know what I mean? I got to see it to believe it. And many times I always use the saying that when the missionaries came to Africa, they had the Bible and we had the gold, the land, everything. And then when they got us looking up in the sky, they took everything.
That's correct.
So I don't like looking up in the sky. So, I mean, but if I saw something up there, that's a different scenario. But you're saying that these UFOs, is something to it.
Absolutely. In fact, you don't have to look up in the sky. You can look in a book. You can search through history. You can search empirical data. You can search government records. Particularly, you can search the history of the Nation of Islam, because what's shocking to most people is the fact that the so-called UFO phenomena actually started with Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam in the early 30s. I'm going to say that again, Brother Tory.
What?
I'm going to say that again, Brother Tory.
What?
The modern UFO phenomena, as we know it, began with the Nation of Islam in the early 1930s. Now, we're not just making claims that are baseless.
I'm just saying, because it didn't start with Roswell or a student, that area that they said that the spaceship fell into, and
before any
area, what was that, Area 45 or something like 51. That? 51?
Before Area 51, before Roswell, all of which came about in the late 1940s, before there was ever any talk of UFOs, heck, before the term UFO even became a thing, Elijah Muhammad in the early 1930s in Detroit was not only shown the reality of these things, but he was giving the most intricate details concerning these circular crafts that fly at phenomenal speeds and all this unfathomable maneuverability. This is before all of the UFO concerns even started to come up. And so when we in the Nation of Islam, as students of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan and as followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, understand that when we come and present information on this, we are bringing receipts. We are not coming to tell, anybody what we believe, religiously.
Like you saw it, but nobody else seen it.
Right. No, we're talking about what's on public record, that we actually encourage thinkers, critics, those who are curious, all of those to, question us and question this body of knowledge that we're presenting. Because if you do so in an objective manner,
right,
with a reasonable mind, when the facts are presented to you, you will likely draw the same conclusion that Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan have been right and exact this whole time.
So, and they got the aliens in the movie, like what they look like.
This has nothing to do with aliens.
Okay,
okay. Not, brother
all right, because I'm thinking spaceship, aliens, So this is about the ship, the mothership.
This is about the ship and the numerous smaller disc-shaped, wheel-shaped ships that often accompany this huge ship. These are the ships or crafts that have been seen by hundreds of millions of people all over the earth. These are the ones that have been interfering with several government and military operations around the world. These are the crafts that have demonstrated superior technological capabilities that have shut down military sites and nuclear weapon sites. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
So, and the fact that an intelligent person like you, Brother Tory, even sounds shocked is proof that this is part of the cover-up. And I'll tell you straight up that the UFO topic and its relationship to the Nation of Islam is perhaps the most covered up topic that journalists, that leaders, be it religious, political, or otherwise, have been, in words, almost threatened not to talk about. We found that journalists and leaders have been afraid to even question us about a topic that we introduced to the world. So that ought to tell you something there. That's why I'm very appreciative of you just providing a format to even ask us about a question or a topic of this magnitude.
Well, Ilia Rashad Mohammed, all I'm saying is, because we have these conversations about UFOs and I even had a friend one time told me that look up in the sky, there go a UFO, and then I looked and he said, "Oh, they just flew away." You know, so I mean, I'm more of a realist. Like I need to see something, and if y'all, I might have to go see this this flick that y'all present January 13th. You know, at the Muhammad Mosque 3 at 4202 North Teutonia Avenue in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They say a $15 donation.
Yes. And the name of this documentary, and I was blessed to produce this work. The name of this documentary is Answered. It's part of a documentary series that we started. But this particular episode is subtitled The Coming of God. Because check this out, Brother Tory. In all of the major religions, all of the major faith traditions, whether it's Jewish, Islamic, Christian, or otherwise, all of the major faith traditions and the scriptures describe God's intervention in human affairs, and it describes him as being accompanied with some type of heavenly flying vessels that fly in the sky.
Angels.
Whether they are angels that also operate some vessels that fly in the sky that are described in words as flying chariots throughout the Old Testament, that described also as this wheel and these wheels that Ezekiel, the prophet, foresaw, described in the New Testament as some New Jerusalem, a place in heaven that houses the personage of God. And even in the Holy Quran, the book of scripture for Muslims, God is also depicting as traveling on some type of heavenly throne that's above the waters. So in all of the religious traditions and prophecies, it foretells of God's coming and his intervention with some heavenly flying vessels. Yet, ironically, all of the major religions seem to ignore the UFO topic, except when you get to the Nation of Islam, who's been proclaiming that God has intervened in our affairs in real life, in real time, and has brought proof of his presence as demonstrated by these so-called UFOs. Well, so in a nutshell.
Oh, go right ahead. Because I was going to interject to say that they say that Jesus ascended into heaven, right? And so I'm thinking he floated up there. That's what they said. He ascended into heaven. And then you said he comes back on a white horse, right?
Well,
from the sky.
And see, I'm like you, Brother Tory. I'm a realist.
Okay.
So those scriptures depict that Jesus would leave and he would go away on a cloud, and that he would return in like manner. Now, I don't know of any way that anybody could go up to a cloud or float up to a cloud unless they have some type of contraption or vehicle that takes them to a cloud and back. So this is the wisdom coming from the Nation of Islam that we are anxious to prove to the world that we know exactly what these so-called UFOs or UAP are. Because historically speaking, the Nation of Islam is the first and only group to give definitive details of these crafts before the UFO phenomena even started. So everything you hear about UFOs are simply bearing witness to what Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan have been presenting to us.
What about the people that said they was abducted? And giving details and saying that they was abducted by a spacecraft and probed and everything like that. I mean, you got so many different variations of people talking about these UFOs. And I just, when it get too cluttered, I guess I got to watch this documentary to see the hardcore facts. Yeah, because, I mean, Look, DJ Brother Z like this conversation. He back
I'm
there,
loving it.
He back
Like,
there
let's go.
cheesing because he believe in all of this, UFO type stuff. And we be having arguments all the time. But
it's true. I'm telling you. I see it in your
I'm just
face.
saying. I'm listening now. I ain't gonna buck no knowledge, but I got it. I got seeing is believing in my over here on my side of the fence.
Yep.
Maybe I need to
And
see the
Brother
film.
Tory, I think you are right. The talk and information pertaining to the UFO phenomena is quite cluttered. And part of the reason for it being so cluttered is also part of the government disinformation campaign to sway the public away from the source of this phenomena. Now, you have to take into consideration, since the 1930s and decades after that, the Nation of Islam was mocked and ridiculed because we were the only ones talking about this stuff. They called us a voodoo cult because we were talking about these planes before these mass sightings and stuff took place. But then, as confirmation of these planes became so obvious, then the government decided to make sure that they went on an all-out misinformation campaign to have people conflated over who, what, where these crafts really are. That's why when people think of these crafts, they automatically think of aliens and green men and grays. That has nothing to do with these crafts. That's Hollywood. That's misinformation.
Okay.
So
that's what I got. I think I got
again,
the misinformation.
Yeah, the fact that most people, most intelligent, educated people are totally oblivious and unaware of the Nation of Islam's involvement in this phenomena is proof of the misinformation campaign. And check this out, Brother Tory. Whether people like him or not, whether they love him or not, Minister Farrakhan is the most vocal and outspoken leader in the world when it comes to the UFO phenomena and his connection to these planes. Yet with all the criticisms, all the skepticisms, all the media attention and censorship that he receives, it seems as though nobody wants to bring up this very important aspect of Minister Farrakhan's teachings, of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings, and of the teachings of the Nation of Islam. It's like there literally is a conspiracy of silence where leaders and journalists are threatened not to even bring it up or question us.
Well, I always said that, when we talk about UFOs or things like that, I've heard Minister Farrakhan talk about these things. But the thing is, I just don't like when I can't see it, or then you see, like I said, the clutter. Like I don't know if the thing looked like ET or of what. Then they had the guy come out last year and said this was an alien, and then you got people saying the aliens in their backyard looking at tractors. I don't know. It's just it's a lot. But you know what? There is a conspiracy that people are saying that the Blue Beam, the Project Blue Beam, where they're going to where they're going to project holograms in the sky of an artificial alien attack. Project Blue Beam.
For those of us like yourself and me and several others who are realists, who want to seek out the facts instead of being confused and conflated with all of the clutter. This is why, I have a book too. And the name of my book that came out back in 2013 is UFOs and the Nation of Islam. And I have to say that book literally has changed the game when it comes to UFO research and disclosure, because we present information that most other UFO researchers and documentarians often deliberately leave out, because we get to the source of this phenomena. But I'll mention this. Did you know that after the Nation of Islam was teaching about these planes in the early 1930s. During that time, we were the only ones even talking about it. And as I mentioned earlier, we were called a voodoo cult.
Right.
But later, about 10 years later, in the early 40s, there was a major UFO encounter between the U.S. military and one of these wheels, as we call them. And it's called the Battle of Los Angeles, or the air raid over Los Angeles, February 25th, 1942. This is historical, documentation if anybody wants to research it, where some unknown object came and demonstrated, pretty much showed off its superiority just off the coast of Los Angeles, and all the military fired at it, and it did nothing to this superior craft that was in the sky. Needless to say, the U.S. military and President Roosevelt, who was president at the time, went on an all-out investigation to try to find out who and what this mysterious craft was, because they wanted to see if it was Japan or Germany. But after about 2.5 months of deliberate research and investigation, all of their research, the government and military's research, ended or led to the only person who was on record for teaching about the exact craft that they encountered over Los Angeles. And that led the FBI to arrest Elijah Mohammed on May 8th, 1942, and they literally questioned him about these wheels. This is on record, but it is never talked about. It's on government record. It's on historical record, but nobody wants to talk about it. See, now we're not talking about religious interpretations. We're not talking about what we believe no, we're telling you what's on historical record. And
it has transcripts
to challenge.
They got transcripts from. Oh wow! Is it in the film?
Well, this particular episode of the film deals with a prior part. Now, in the book, we definitely cite FBI files and records, but this particular episode of Answered, which deals with the coming of God, deals with the initial aspect of the UFO phenomena, which has to do with when Elijah Muhammad met his teacher, Master Fard Muhammad, who taught Elijah Muhammad everything, and he's the one that showed Elijah Muhammad the reality of these wheel-shaped planes, because it was he, Master Fard Muhammad, who is responsible for these crafts that are now considered the UFO phenomena. See, all of this is, we can show historically, but nobody wants to have that conversation with us.
I guess we having it today. Because I've never heard of this, to this extent. But we got to take a break. When we come back, I would love to hear a little bit more about the science of these wheels. Ilia Rashad, Brother Ilia Rashad, stay on hold. We want to finish this conversation, Truth Nation. We talk about how UFOs are connected with the nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
Barbie doesn't have any genitals, and Ken has all the genitals. So, I don't know, man. Again, like I said, I really laughed hysterically watching this Barbie.
I just spit everywhere, babe. Why would you say that? I was the teacher. You were the pupil. I had nothing to learn. I was there to give knowledge.
Listen to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks, weekdays from noon to 1 on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Are you or anyone you know looking for a job? Direct Connect NKE is a social media style platform that empowers you to grow your social network, find career opportunities, and connect with career specialists for success. Visit joindcmke.com today to learn how you can create a profile, upload your resume, and find access to information about jobs, job training, hiring events, and more. DCMKE is locally focused and equips you to grow your social capital and find opportunities that match your career interests. Here's how it works. Join DCMKE and their partner organizations and follow the employees that you find interesting. Then, meet the career advocates in DCMKE's community to start forming meaningful career relationships. And lastly, scroll through your feed to find and apply to new career opportunities and get matched to openings by career advocates. Yeah, it's that easy. Access to great opportunities at the tips of your fingers. Visit joindcmke.com today and connect your dream to reality. That's joindcmke.com.
At Associated Bank, they know opportunity can't wait. If you're a female or minority small business owner, their community uplift loans could be for you. Loans range from $5,000 to $50,000. Get funds in as little as one business day. Talk to a relationship manager today about a community uplift loan and other business banking services. Call 800-270-7725. Visit AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch. Because you help build the Midwest and your neighborhoods, they got your back. Associated Bank, your money works here. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When it comes to getting the smile of your dreams, you can't just trust anyone. So look no further than Bubon Orthodontics. Bubon Orthodontics is Wisconsin's #1 Invisalign provider and has been providing the best value for braces and Invisalign since 1993. With 15 convenient locations, you're sure to find one in your area. Schedule your free consultation today. Call or text 262-522-7447 or visit bubonortho.com. Bubon Orthodontics, a family treating families.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Look, we got a guest in the building. We got Brother Ilia Rashad Mohammed on the lines. There will be a film presented right here in the city of Milwaukee. This will happen January 13th, 2024 at 3 o'clock p.m. This will happen at the Muhammad Mosque, 4202 North Teutonia Avenue. The film is called Answered, and it also says Answered, the Coming of God. This is the name of the film. Brother Ilia Rashad, I would like for you to just kind of give us a kind of a summary of what we're going to see in this film.
Excellent. As we stated earlier, I mentioned something about how all of the scriptures of all the religions have these prophecies about the arrival of God and his Messiah. And all of these scriptures characterize God's coming, one, in a humanly form. Two, he is to be accompanied by some flying vessels that are part of, in words, almost like his arsenal to render judgment. So regardless as to what religion it is, be it Judaism, Christianity, or Islam, we find these commonalities of the prophecies of God's coming in such a manner. Well, the Nation of Islam here in America is very distinguished in the fact that we, unlike most other faith traditions and even unlike most other schools of thought, we boldly state that this God has intervened in our affairs and fulfilled the prophecies that all of these religions have been awaiting. And that leads us to the history and fact that the Nation of Islam recognizes that Elijah Muhammad literally met and was taught by God in person. This is what distinguishes the Nation of Islam from pretty much everybody.
So,
you know,
okay, I'll say this, you know, when you talk about different religions, because I look at all the religious ideas. You know, I came up in the church. I came up in apostolic Pentecostal. You know, we was taught it was only one right religion, all this stuff. But long story short, as I grew older, I noticed there was multiple ideas. They all stem from the idea that God, there was somebody that was a prophet. You know, all these religions have prophets and things like that. What I'm saying is, when we talk about religion and God and people involving, you know, the spiritual, you know, you got so many different versions of a story that, like, if you really look at it, like you said, they all kind of reference kind of the same thing.
Right.
You know, I remember when I was in Iowa and these Mormons was trying to tell me about Joseph Smith. You know what I mean? That he went in the bushes or something and grabbed some things out the bushes, some scrolls or something. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's something. It's always something. But to me, I think that when you look at all the different religions, you see people take more shots. We was talking about this Lil Nas X, this upcoming Lil Nas X project, and he named his video Jesus Christ. And I was like, why do people always take shots at Jesus Christ? And why don't they ever take shots at the nation? You know what I mean? It's a lot of brothers in the nation. But I said the nation ain't going to play around like that.
Well, and the reason the nation, in words, ain't going to play around like that really has much to do with the fact that we try to see the commonality in these religions. And we have much respect and reverence for all of the religions and the prophets of these religions and the scriptures that they brought. Even if we disagree with things, you know, we are taught by the Honorable Elijah Mohammed and the Honorable Minister Farrakhan to see the God or to see the commonality in these things, because at the root, the principles of righteousness are pretty much all the same. However, I would add that what also distinguishes the Nation of Islam is that whereas most faith traditions believe in just a spiritual entity, we are those who are saying that those scriptural prophecies that we all believe in are being manifested in the real world right before our eyes. So even if people don't want to agree with the religion of, say, the Nation of Islam, well, that's okay, because we're also presenting history. We're also presenting actual facts and empirical data. So if you don't like the religion,
you can look down the rabbit hole with the facts.
Exactly. And so we're taught to be those who present actual facts and look at the laws of cause and effect. And I believe that if we can come together and reason in that regard, I believe that people will start to see the value of the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Elijah Mohammed, and you'll see that Minister Farrakhan has really been on to something that I think all of us, especially Black America, really should pay attention to.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, we talking to Brother Ilia Rashad Mohammed. When we come back, I want to get more info how people can watch this flick that's coming to town January 13th. That's produced by Brother Ilia Rashad Mohammed, and it will be shown at Muhammad Mosque 3, 4202 North Teutonia Avenue in Milwaukee. When we come back, I want to get your final thoughts, brother. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King described a true education as one successfully combining intelligence and character. Concordia University prepares learners for meaningful lives of leadership and service to meet all of life's callings. They offer world-class programs online and face-to-face in a faith-based, student-focused environment. Classes are small, opportunities endless. Visit cuw.edu to learn more. 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris is at the MLK Prayer Breakfast event at Concordia. This is an invitation-only event. We invite you to listen to the event live on The Truth Saturday, January 20th, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. This brunch at Concordia University, hosted by Walter Goodwin, the director of the Office of Multicultural Engagement, and is a gathering honoring Dr. Martin Luther King, a time of reflection and prayer, Saturday, January 20th. The theme this year, it is written based on the scripture in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596 or visit www.kwwf.org. That's 800-506-5596 or visit www.kwwf.org.
Truth Nation, it is Denise Thomas.
And Telly Hughes.
From Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. And guess what?
What is that, DT?
Our Truth fans can now watch and stream us live every day, Telly.
Wait a minute, Denise. Let me make sure I got this thing right. Our amazing and incredible Truth fans can go to 1017thetruth.com, click the Watch Live link, and watch me and you do our thing live from YouTube and Twitter every morning?
Yes, Telly, that is exactly right. So now they can watch you almost lose your black card every Friday during our Truth Telling Hit segment.
Come on now. You know I'm never losing my black card. But Truth Nation, you gotta tune into all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows, as you can not only listen live on the app, but you can also stream us live all day, every day by going to 1017thetruth.com and clicking the Watch Live link.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The prep for the Dallas Cowboys is underway in Green Bay as the Packers are just a few days away from their NFC wildcard matchup on Sunday afternoon. A game and a test that QB1 knows will be a tough one.
You said, they're a really good team, really good defense, so definitely one of the best defenses we've seen all year. Just having that mindset, we got to play our best ball.
Big week of honors for QB1, who was also named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for the second consecutive time. Over to college hoops, where the Wisconsin Badgers won their fifth straight game, defeating Ohio State 71-60 to improve to 12-3 on their season. Meanwhile, Marquette falling to Butler at home by a final of 69-62. And lastly, shocking news out of college football on Wednesday afternoon as Alabama head coach Nick Saban has reportedly decided to retire. Saban, who has won 7 national championships, more than any other major college football coach. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Now tell me who on the with us.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got Brother Ilia Rashad Mohammed on the lines. We talking about this film that's coming to Milwaukee January 13th at 3 p.m. at Muhammad Moss 3. And you just $15 donation to get in. Brother, I just want to thank you for coming on the show because you made me raise an eyebrow. You made me raise an eyebrow. I'm just listening to the information. I'm definitely gonna check out this film, but at the same time, when we talk about aliens, or not even aliens, UFOs, because you're saying the circle in the sky, the wheel, you're referring to it as the wheel, right?
Yes, the wheel, that terminology, of course, stems from biblical language and biblical prophecies, prophecies concerning God's coming in some type of craft that is circular like a wheel. So it's not that it's literally a wheel, but it's craft and crafts, plural, that are circular in nature. And these are the crafts that have often been called UFOs later on. So we call them wheels.
Okay. Now, when it says the coming of God, all right. So who's driving? Who's operating these crafts?
Well, we are presenting the fact that these crafts are not operated by some foreign aliens from outer space nowhere, but in fact, these crafts are constructed and operated at the behest of God himself, as operated by his fleet of angels. And by angels, we're not talking about some ethereal beings with wings that look like Cupid that Hollywood would portray.
Okay.
Instead, we're talking about human beings from this earth who just so happen to be human beings of a highly advanced intelligence and capabilities, because the angels, the God of these angels, they are not from outer space, but they are rooted right here on this earth. And that's what these prophecies really point to, the coming of God on earth in human flesh, along with his angels who operate these heavenly vessels on his behalf. But these angels also are human in nature.
All right. Now, there's also a talk of reptilians being around here. DJ Brothers ain't looking at me, where people saying that there are people that are like reptilian, like due to the fact that Eve ran into a snake. So I mean, is that this the good and the evil or what?
Well, in the Nation of Islam, we don't waste time looking for that which has no basis in being looked for. So we don't go by opinions or things like that. We like to be rooted and based in facts and in reality. And I've never seen a reptilian. The only reptilian. I'm just saying, the only reptilian I know are in human forms. You know what I mean? Be mindful that no reptilian has kidnapped us, enslaved us, raped our mothers, incarcerated our fathers, flooded our communities with dope. Ain't no damn reptilian doing that.
Right.
I know who's behind it. So sometimes we can be distracted and conflated and cluttered by fiction and things that people make up. But in the Nation of Islam, we don't waste time looking for that mystery. We want to show you what we can prove. In the Holy Quran, which is the book of scripture for Muslims, God warns us to follow not that which we have no knowledge. So he warns us not to follow after things.
You're having facts documented, doing your research, becoming a scholar.
Yes. That's the way of God.
I agree. I agree with that, but like I said, I hear a lot of these things. That's why I don't even go over there. And, like I said, DJ Brother Z, he excited about the flick that's coming, that film. He said he's been trying to tell me this whole time.
Man, I'm excited. And I have to say, Brother Tory, I really, really thank you tremendously. And I don't know what your schedule is, but I would love to be able to greet you during my time in Milwaukee this weekend, because I'm very appreciative of you giving me and us the opportunity just to, have these type of conversations. Bro.
Right. And you know what? I appreciate you for coming on the show because, you know, I'm open to hearing perspectives, and especially if there's a paper trail or where we can actually do some research. Because many times when we talk about things and when you see it in the mainstream media, it's all speculation or you don't see no real concrete evidence of what's being spoken about.
Absolutely. That's real. So we're excited about the documentary. This is actually the second episode of the documentary series. The series is titled Answered. The first episode was called The Prelude, and we got some really good reviews. All of this is strictly independent now. You know, we're not relying on Netflix or anybody to approve of what we're doing. We're coming, and that did very well. So there's a huge anticipation for this next episode of Answered, subtitled The Coming of God.
Is there anywhere that people can watch this online? Or, you know, or do they have to come out to the mosque?
Yes, it will be available online, but that will not be available until what we know as Savior's Day 2024, which is the annual event of the Nation of Islam. That will be late February, the last weekend of February of this year. We will have it available for streaming and download. You can get there by going to our website, which is nationbrothers.com. Nationbrothers.com is our website. It also has our book, UFOs and the Nation of Islam. It has the first documentary of Answered called The Prelude. You can access all of these links and resources from nationbrothers.com. But in terms of this weekend, we definitely want some bodies to view this movie at 4202 North Titonia this Saturday at 3 p.m. at Mosque number 3.
A donation $15 to see the film.
Yes. They're asking for a donation of $15 to get this screen. This is an exclusive screening, actually, you know. And, of course, the following day on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, I'll be delivering the lecture. Now, of course, that's free. And we certainly encourage you to come on out. I'll be delivering the lecture.
People pay to see films all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm excited about this weekend. I'm excited about Milwaukee. I love the spirit. I got a whole slew of family in Milwaukee, too. And I hope I get a chance to see them.
Look, I'm going to tell you, I got some good brothers down there at Mosque 3.
Oh, yeah. Much love to Brother William for the invitation.
Salute to Brother William Mohammed.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you for coming on the show, Brother Ilia Rashad Mohammed, and I can't wait to see this film. All right, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Calling all Black-owned business and entrepreneurs. The award-winning 1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black Business Give Back. Go to blackbusinessgiveback.com for your chance to sign up to receive 3 months of free advertising on The Truth, valued at $6,000. It is that easy. Grow your business today by signing up for our Black-owned business Give Back. For official contest rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com, member FDIC.
Bucks fans, join us for our 414 All Nights, a celebration of our diverse fan base where we showcase fan stories and highlight their unique and impactful contributions to our community. Come for the amazing Bucks basketball action. Stay for the recognition of our amazing fan base at our 414 All Nights, where diversity is embraced and every fan is celebrated. Go to bucks.com/impact for dates and details.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
This is a true story by Tory Lowe. A commotion unfolds as two women argue inside of a car. The situation escalates when one woman pleads with a bystander asking for help to remove another woman from her car. The bystander, confused and concerned, asks, "Who is this woman?" She explains that she took her to church but wants her out before something bad happens. An older man, apparently familiar with the situation, approaches and demands the young woman in the backseat to leave. He threatens to involve the police. The bystander asks the woman outside of the car what the woman in the backseat did. She mentions something involving a child. The bystander immediately knew it was serious. The older man heads into Walmart to call the police while the bystander calmly approaches the woman in the back seat. He offers her to take her home out of fear for the woman's safety. The woman agrees to leave the car, but chaos ensues when the woman who requested her removal starts acting even more erratically. The woman from the back seat starts screaming, prompting the bystander to act quickly. A passing male driver offers to take the woman home, and the bystander agrees. They recognize each other from past encounters, establishing a sense of trust. As the woman leaves with the Good Samaritan, the bystander wishes them well and exchanges sentiments with the Good Samaritan. The situation was resolved just as the police arrived. The bystander informs the police the issue has been resolved and bids them a blessed day.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Mahdi, Master Farad Muhammad, and his great Messiah that reveals your hidden secrets. And this is what intensifies your desire to attack the Nation of Islam. But if you come after us, or rather when you try to come after us, this provokes the wheels, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was asked in an interview, when will these wheels go into action? And he replied, when you attack us. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if we follow him, you don't need weapons. And if you follow me, I will lead you into, in other words, these are the words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the full protection of the arms that are yours, which of course are the wheels. He wants to take out of us as a people the fear of the enemy and his weapons. So it's necessary for us to say to America, Russia, China, India, Pakistan, Israel, England, and France, all of the nuclear powers, that you have absolutely nothing that can protect you or your people from the destructive power of the mother plane or that great wheel. There's nothing that you can do with the wheel because you've tried that. It can tear up your civilization with just a sound coming from the wheel. You don't have any nuclear facility that you can push a button that is not known by the scientists that are on the wheel. And while you're thinking about pushing the button, in between your finger and the button is God Himself, the Christ, the great Mahdi. It's wise for you to do like the Muslims do in their prayer service. Throw up your hands and say, Allahu Akbar. God is the greatest.
All right. Talking about the wheel. I feel a little protected now. Hey, look. When we come back, we'll have more conversations, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
They think that black people don't wash their hands. So when they designed the automatic bathroom faucets and the automatic paper towel dispensers, they never thought to have that UV light be sensitive to or recognize black skin. They literally think, well, black people don't need paper towels. They don't wash their hands, so we don't need to have the sensors activate when a black person waves their hands. I'm not kidding you.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Truth Nation, it's Telly Hughes from Truth Be Told with Denise Thomas and Telly Hughes, and I have to let you know that the best morning show in the country is streaming live on YouTube every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yes, DT and I are now waking you up in the a.m. live every weekday on YouTube. So go to YouTube right now to subscribe to 1017 The Truth so you can watch Denise and I get your morning started off right. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people. But anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
I'm Rhea Riley, and this is your special 1017 The Truth News Update. Congratulations to our very own Melanie Ricks on being named the Milwaukee Business Journal 40 Under 40. WTMJ's Julian Johnson has the feature.
My name is Melanie Ricks, and I am the sideline and digital reporter for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I also am the host of a talk radio show on 1017 The Truth. It's called Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. With the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm the person who's telling the stories that you perhaps don't see on the court, doing deeper dives on some of the surface level things that you're seeing. And then on 1017 The Truth, I am the host of a talk radio show. It's a show about nothing, but a show about everything. We talk about current things, we talk about what's on our mind, entertainment, sports. And so I would say overall, I really am a storyteller, both on the radio and on the sideline. I think I'm somebody who makes sure stifled voices are heard. And I really do love to pick up on people's energy and like tell people's stories and talk about the things that us everyday folks go through. I love to actually give them a platform to express themselves, and we get quite a bit of interaction. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm one of those people who helps give the community a platform to talk about what they want. I am proud of myself for manifesting my dreams. I've always wanted to be a sideline reporter for the Milwaukee Bucks. And I grew up in Milwaukee, born and raised, and I've always been a Bucks fan. I told myself that I would do that one day, and I did. To any of my Jack or Jill of all trades out there, believe in yourself. Thoughts do become things. I'm proof of that, and I've seen evidence of that. Understanding and knowing what your goals are, it's okay if you don't fully see the whole picture, but at least have an idea and work hard. Try to build connections wherever you go. People want to help good people. So if you're a good, kind person and you're putting good energy out there, I genuinely believe that the universe does reward that.
This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? Oh, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
The reason I believe the racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20, 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show this Thursday, January 11, 2024. Hey, if y'all want to chime in on what y'all been hearing today on the show, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. I appreciate when my brothers from the nation stop through the show. And I think I'm one of the only shows that allows everybody to talk, because we all have to come together and to create change.
We even let Eddie talk.
Right. We even let Eddie come in here and say something, you know. But what I'm saying is, this is about everybody getting on one accord, because we're fighting against the same evils and we want to have the victory. So it's going to take a multitude of us joining together to make it happen. We got to talk to text lines. We got 7871 says, this is a powerful show. Yes, it is time to connect the dots and unify the tribes in one collective consciousness. There are light workers in all religions on the planet, and our job is to simply connect the dots and raise the frequency of Mother Earth. Once that happens, others begin to vibrate higher and will reveal themselves more and more. Hey, I thought that was a powerful conversation. Also, 3088 says there's evidence these immortals are here. There's evidence. 2681 says they are the reptilians. YTPPL. Hey, but if you want to chime into today's conversation, 833-212-1017, or hit me up on the talk to text, 833-212-1017, or hit us up on the chat on 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Hit the chat on YouTube. We're going to head to the lines. Al, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Well, I'm just curious. I was wondering, whoever was flying this spaceship, I was wondering, was anyone else the fallen angel? Since God kicked everybody out of heaven. And I thought there was no documents of any Jesus, of any God, of any kind. Then I know you said that Jesus was riding a white horse. So I'm taking it
that's the book of Revelations, that Jesus came back on the horse. Or God came back in Revelations.
Right, but I always thought anything dealing with the white horse was cocaine, not Jesus.
Hey, depends on what you're looking at, the interpretation.
And then my thing is where's any of these people buried? Because there's no evidence of man, but here's where it gets rich.
They may be buried in the back of that jail over there in Mississippi.
Possible, but here's where it gets rich. I hear all these black leaders and continue to follow your face. Black this, the white man this. But then they turn around in the same breath and say, this is why we need to vote for Trump. And ain't nothing religious about Trump. Have you ever thought about that? Well, a lot of these people sit up here, they always say, well, Trump is good for black people. They speak all this black power, but Trump ain't religious. He's a bald-faced liar.
Well,
what do you think about that?
I'm going to say this. I'm not voting for Joe Biden.
Yeah, well, hey, I ain't voting for Trump neither, but I guess that makes both of us.
I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I can't.
I'm just trying to figure out where, we got all this religion, and we got this guy that's so big and bad, but I still ain't seen nobody part Lake Michigan. I'm still looking for the Larry Cooper. And since his power is so good and so great, why it ain't doing nothing for black people on earth? And I always wonder that, because you got to live by these teachings.
That's a question that these pastors got to answer, the people that's preaching.
And then, then we going back to this spaceship. Okay, everybody can talk to this God, but God can't do nothing for, because I'm thinking that the spaceship got a high-rise grill with pillow seats and gold D's on it. You remember the fallen angels got kicked out of heaven because they was mating and hoeing. So what's going on?
I thought they got kicked out of heaven because they sided with, Lucifer.
They were screwing humans.
Oh.
So what's going on with these aliens now? So I'm just going to leave that food for thought.
So you're saying the aliens could be the fallen angels?
It got to be, because somebody had to fly it. Not unless it's Tesla. But I just want y'all to give me some critical things, because this sounds crazy as hell. Thank you very much.
You might have to go see the flick, Al. He said he got the paperwork on it. He got the historical document.
I got some documents, too. It's called My Black Common Sense from My Black Mother and My Black Father, and that's what I'm sticking to. Okay. All right, y'all have a good day.
All right, Al. Thank you for tapping in. Winky Blue, you on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Good afternoon to you, man. I was listening to the brother, that was the Muslim brother,
right?
And I have a lot of questions about aliens. In Roswell, they talked about how a spaceship had failed, and the United States government is still covering that up. They were able to recover some things that were not of this world. But I use that Bible, regardless of what your lower caller just talked about. He's so brutal when it comes down to God. But I got to tell that fellas. And when he and I was on the panel together, and at the end of the panel, I offered him salvation. I said, Brother Al, do you want to be saved today?
Oh, wow.
Because he's so dogmatic when it comes down to Christianity. And you know what the book say? It say every tongue will confess, every knee will bow, and guess what? That Jesus Christ is Lord, and He in that number. But if you go to the Bible in 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter, around the 40th verse or so, you can read this. It talks about terrestrial beings and celestial beings. Then he goes to talk about the stars. Now, this is way before we had the technology that we have today. And they were mentioning that. Now, the 1611, the King James 1611 speaks about it. But in order for them to even document that in the 1611 New Testament of the King James, they had to go somewhere else and find it, which had been lingering around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, perhaps thousands of years, before it even got to 1611, talking about terrestrial beings. They found that those scriptures and scrolls, the earliest ones they could find, brother, was in Ethiopia. This is before they done watered down the Ethiopian look right now. There's still some real chocolate Ethiopians, but they watered down the Ethiopian so much over there where he almost looked like one of them Indian people. He looks schematic now. He don't look real African, deep African. There is some that are deep African looking, but they don't water it down now till he's more of a schematic type Arab looking person.
Oh, wow. Hey, they always watering it down now. They always trying to water down certain parts of the history. They even shut off the nose of the statues up in Africa, so nobody would know who it was. Now, hey, look, if you want to chime into the conversation, 833-212-1017. Oh, Tierra, you on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Okay, yeah, I just want to chime in on, everybody and their beliefs about God and whatnot. I mean, it's basically a personal thing, you know, like they always talk about the white picture and, and all of this. I feel like this. Everybody going to make him out to be what they want him to be. But it's like you believe what you believe in your heart. I done seen God do some miraculous, amazing things. Like, I'm a pastor's daughter. My father was a bishop. The 15th coming up, he be gone 2 years. Bishop Dotson on 25th North Avenue. But I done seen things. I done seen him be sick. Doctors gave him up to die. His leg was supposed to have been cut off numerous of times, and God closed up the wound like it was rotten, stinking. You get what I'm saying? Like, I done seen things. I done seen demons be cast out, just by the name of Jesus. So I don't know why people want to try to discredit him, but it's all about a personal thing. Like the other man, Mr. Winky, just said, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to need him one day or another. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing about it. Like, there's so much going on, and the reason why it's going on is because the devil is doing his job as well as God is. You get what I'm saying? Right. So, and it says in the Bible, he's roaming the earth, seeking whom he may devour. You get what I'm saying? Right. So he got to do his job, and he can't get the job done unless God gives him permission. You get what I'm saying? And then it's up to you to decide on what you want to choose, what you want to do. He give you a right to choose. You get what I'm saying? So whoever don't take him for his word as he is, that's fine with him, because you will spend eternity, in hell. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not perfect, but I'm striving to be, and that's what it's all about. He's seeing you taking one step and he'll make another. You get what I'm saying? So that's just my take, and I just wanted to say that.
Hey, I appreciate you for chiming in. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. It's great that we can have these open dialogues on the air, because everybody don't think the same or have the same beliefs, but we do want progress. I hope we can agree on, we want to make sure that we can get some progress right here on this earth. We go ahead to the lines. Oh, we got to run to break? All right, we got Miss Shaq on the lines. We got Miss C on the lines. We're going to hear from them when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
If God don't do it, it won't get done.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm Dr. Ken Harris from the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Join me this Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. where we will tackle Mentoring Month right here in the state of Milwaukee. Our guests are Linnell Ramey, the Executive Director of Mentoring Greater Milwaukee, and Mr. Joseph Addison, who's the new president of 100 Black Men of Milwaukee Incorporated. We'll be discussing mentoring, and we'll be taking your calls right here this Friday, 4 to 6, right here, Truth in the Afternoon of the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596 or visit www.kwwf.org. That's 800-506-5596 or visit www.kwwf.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Attention, families. Milwaukee Public Museum wants to remind you that Kohl's Thank You Thursdays are in full swing. Receive free access to MPM's permanent exhibits on the first Thursday of every month. Milwaukee Public Museum would like to thank Kohl's for their support in making this program possible. Visit MPM's website today for more information and to book your reservations. mpm.edu/KTYT. That's mpm.edu/KTYT.
Whether you're an aspiring athlete or someone aiming for a healthier, stronger life, look no further. JT19 Fit has got you covered. JT19 Fit's program, powered by Train Heroic, offers tailored exercises with video demonstrations and expert coaching cues. Visit their website at jt19fit.com and click on a program to discover more. Elevate your fitness journey with JT19 Fit today.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Red homie thugger. Red homie thugger. Oh, Rich gang, about to baby. Got like 20. I did a lot, just to live this here lifestyle. Came straight from the bottom to the top of my lifestyle. Living life like a beginning, this is only the beginning. I'm on the top of the mountain, puffing on clouds, still beginning.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Young Thug in court, they played this song at his court trial. Maybe they saying they had some evidence of him being in the game. Hey, we're going to keep everybody up to date on that trial. We talked about it during the Pop Culture Report. But we're going to head to the lines. Miss Shaq, you on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Good afternoon, King Tory.
How you doing, Miss
And
Shaq?
the Truth Nation.
Hey.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yes, powerful conversation, fun. Yeah, I was calling because I had to chime in, and I agree. You know, a closed mind cannot be fed, and just like a closed heart cannot receive love. But I was agreeing with your caller that the collective consciousness, the collective mind, thanks to technology and the truth, that we are opening up our minds and we are looking at the differences. I don't think I want to go into the religious aspect because I've been a student of religion since I was 13 and studying various religions. They personify the Bible, and they've augmented the Bible to reflect its, culture or race or ideology. And I don't think that you can put God in a persona. I think that Christ consciousness, first of all, we have to recognize the fact that Christ was black. The Russians are now revealing the pictures of Christ who is black. And so I say that the Christ consciousness that comes through the workers of light, such as Muhammad or Buddha or Krishna or, Allah, those are, I believe, the workers of the light, of Christ consciousness, which is love. But, I don't want to really go down that rabbit hole. But, yeah, we need an open mind and a collectiveness, because it's that day and time. We need to recognize who is the, evil of that is perpetuating this type of hardship upon humanity, and in the name of God. And so, and that is not God. So we really need to, and I want to just thank you for, being a part of the workers of light and the workers, letting people know in this city that we are here and we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This is a new day for the new black people and people of lesser melanated skin. I hate to say black, white, red, yellow, because it is variations of melanin, really. But and I'd also like to say I like to take that polar plunge with my Tory.
Hey, they trying to get one together with the truth. They trying to get one. They said the Packers beat the Dallas Cowboys. They might have to do it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that plunge with you, Tory.
Whew, I think my toes just thawing out right now.
My nephew do it every year, but I'll take it with you. Okay, and the truth and the good comer bringing.
That's what's up.
I'm so proud of you living out your dream life, and you and Melanie living out your dream life. Really, you can manifest your dreams. With the right focus, with the right energy, with the right profession. You can live it for real.
This is true.
We can live happy.
This is very true. Look, I'll tell you this. Anything can come true if you just work and have that faith. And this is something that I learned from the Bible. Faith without works is dead. But I appreciate you, Miss Shaq, and I thank you for being a part of Truth Nation. But we're going to head to the lines. Miss C, you're on a new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Yes.
How you doing, Miss C?
I haven't talked to you in the new year yet.
Happy New Year, Miss C.
Did you get any text from me?
The phone that I had, that was that you had, that phone had to go out.
On the web. I mean, not text, but somebody had sent you some messages for me.
No, I haven't. I haven't gotten those. Are you talking about on my Facebook?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, anyway, in regards to, what people were saying, and God bless that sister because her father was my friend, Bishop Dodson. But anyway, every knee, I love that scripture, gonna bow, and every tongue gonna confess, knees in earth, under the earth. Now, why would the Lord say under the earth? Knees under the earth? But, hey, we have something that we're dealing with. I was telling you about this place I'm living in, and I told you they right over here, on the south side. So we have to really sincerely get ourselves prepared,
because they're going to manifest. 24 might be a manifestation year and on, but we just have to know, amen, that we got power over the devil. I don't care what form he come in, or which way he present himself. We have to actually, know who has the power and who is the one that is great. No matter what nobody else, preside on, how they come, which way they present their own philosophy, Jesus Christ is Lord. Jesus Christ is Lord. He is what? The great I am. I don't care how you talk about Krishna, Buddha, and all these other lights that can't help you with nothing. They representing what? The Bible calls them, gods without ears, tongues that can't speak. So what do you have in those objects? Nothing. But God is a God that will provide.
I'll say this, Missy. I came up in Pentecostal, but I learned throughout my lifetime that people' personal relationship with God is their own personal relationships. I just want to get something done. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about politics and religion and things like that. Any able-bodied person, if we can get some action out here on these streets to help our community, join hands. Hey, let's get it done. Let's get something taken care of. And I appreciate everybody that's listening to the show, no matter what you believe in. I think that we need to start being about that action and putting in some work and trying to turn things around in our community. So if we can do that, hey, everything else is up to you, between you and God. Tony from Tulsa. Tony.
Tory.
You on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Tory, I definitely agree with you with the works. Definitely putting that in. As for the Sky Wizard thing, most people that believe in it, I'm sorry that we still got that slave mentality that, oh, Jesus Christ. Man, first off, there was no JC back in the day. There was Y, it was Yahweh. But we still got that slave ship. Exactly. We still got that slave ship mentality. I'm like, they made sure to make sure they crippled us. They made sure to cripple us with their religion and push it upon us to make sure that we stayed enslaved. And for some reason, they won't let it go. This is the reason. I'll tell you the real reason, because you had prefaced this earlier. Why the younger generation doesn't go to church is because they done seen their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents struggle through all of this nonsense, and ain't nothing changed. Oh, well, God gonna get there one day. He gonna do this, and that, and ain't nothing changed.
Right.
So how you gonna tell somebody that's young, seen all this, and be like, Jesus gonna do it? You just gotta give. You just gotta pray. I'm like, tell that to down the street, to the young child that drowned in the bathtub, or what's going on overseas right now. You don't think these people praying that their children don't die in the rubble?
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You don't think that's happening? Yeah, that's going on. But ain't nothing changing. They still getting bombed. They still getting molested. All this corruption that we got going on, and then you just like, yeah, it's gonna change one day. Nah, you can keep that paradise when I die, because I don't know. I'm not promised that. I know what I'm got right now, and what I'm gonna do is work towards that. And the less time I just believe in things that I can't see, can't talk to, can't have a relationship with, can't physically touch, that's the less thing that I got to worry about, because I can focus on what I need to do and the people that I got in my life that I need to take care of.
Hey, I agree with that point of view too, because I'll tell you, this is hard for me to believe in things when I'm looking at certain things going on in my neighborhood and with my family members and with myself. And I ask for faith. I believe I got great faith in God. I'll put my faith up against anybody. I don't think my faith is weaker than anybody's. I think I got the hugest amount of faith, because I walk out on faith and deal with my community every day. All I'm saying is, let's get some work done. Hey, no matter what, I ain't trying to get in all of this stuff that's way out there, and let's start walking straight and dealing with what's in front of us, and then we can talk about it. I have a great conversation. That's why I'm happy that we're able to have these great conversations on the air. But I want to get Brother Shahid on the lines. Brother Shahid, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Brother Tory Lowe, and peace and abundant blessings, brother. Can you hear me?
Blessings, brother. How you doing?
Yes, sir. I was the one who sent that text over about the collective consciousness.
How?
Yes, right now upon the planet Earth, we don't need to condemn each other. We don't need to put each other down. We need to lift each other up. And I'm Muslim. But I believe that it's time to connect the dots. And I know for a surety that there are higher beings, there are light workers in every faith on the planet. And our job is simply to connect the dots so that all in all can come together through collective consciousness. And that's what we need on this earth right now, because humanity is sick and humanity needs to be healed. And we have to unlearn what we've been taught and relearn how to be human again so that we can move forward towards the destiny. We have to be healed as a humanity, and we have to lift each other up. That is the most important thing. And like you said, we have to do the work. We have to get out here and do the work. We're too digital. We have to put our feet on the ground. We have to earth. We have to work, teach our children archery, horseback riding, hunting, fishing. We got to get in tune, with what's going on. And we have to come together collectively and put each other up because, and I'm finished, we have to connect the dots. And in that, I had a dream that I was in the church, and whatever I was saying, everyone was crying because I connected the dots. It's really simple. It's really not that hard. And the elite know it's not hard. The elite know the dots are connected, but they're keeping us in these schools of thought.
Divide and conquer.
Division, divide and conquer. But it's really, we're one. The real you is true love from the source. As the Jedi say, may the force be with you. We are from the source. We are creators, and we are here on this planet. And we can create our reality, but we have to do the work. It's time to do the work and lift each other up. And once we do that, there's nothing that can stop us. Nothing. They know that. That's why they want to keep us on the low vibration. We have to raise our frequency. And once you do raise our frequency, then you will begin to see other galactical beings begin to be able to reveal themselves to us even more.
I agree. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to be joined on the lines by Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Life, it's full of moments, from first steps to first loves, moments that make life special. Life can also bring us difficult and disruptive moments like a cancer diagnosis, which is why the groundbreaking work of Stand Up to Cancer is so vital. They know the problem of cancer won't be solved by one doctor, one lab, or one hospital. It takes collaboration. That's why Stand Up to Cancer brings together top minds from different fields to find new and better treatments so patients can thrive. So when it matters, we can all show up for moments of a lifetime. Please join Stand Up to Cancer and Myrtle Beach to help families get back to where they belong, making new memories for years to come. Please go to standuptocancer.org to see how you can join the mission.
Research shows that high-quality teachers have the greatest impact on student success during the school day. By shaping their students, they are shaping the future. Yet while actors have Oscars, musicians have Grammys, and athletes have gold medals, exemplary educators who prepare every profession are just not recognized enough. The Milken Educator Awards set out to change that by surprising outstanding educators across the nation with $25,000 prizes and providing a platform to celebrate, elevate, and activate the profession.
Erica Stevens!
The awards were created by Lowell Milken of the national nonprofit Milken Family Foundation. The journey to surprising the 3,000th Milken educator is in full swing. Who will be next?
Honey, they chose me.
Celebrate teachers, value teachers, thank teachers.
Are you ready to start a meaningful career in healthcare? Are you looking for a job that fits your work-life balance? Become a certified direct care professional today and make life better for older adults or people with a disability. WIS Caregiver Careers makes it easy with free online training plus earn a $500 bonus. See your name on Wisconsin's Certified Direct Care Registry. Sign up today at wiscaregivercdcp.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
The YMCA is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick below the surface. Y is the before work hustle, an after school home, a section of my block, a corner to call my own. With my Y, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your Y. Join today at ymca.org for a better us.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. We could be heading toward a record year for travel. The International Air Transport Association is predicting that nearly 5 billion people will hop on planes, and business travel could be a big part of why folks will be on the move. James Dunn is CEO at the National Coalition of Black Meeting Professionals. That's a nonprofit advocacy group for people of color in the hospitality and tourism industry. Dunn says he sees a lot of cities doing more to welcome diverse travelers.
There are cities who are evolving, who understand that in order to retain diverse talent, in order to retain or gain corporations, and in order to help with the commerce of a destination, they have to be more diverse. And we're seeing people, cities like Austin, Texas, who has welcomed Black Tech Week and Black organizations who are in technology.
Dunn also says the option to meet virtually is forcing meeting planners to find creative ways to entice people to join in person. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up.
January is National Mentor Month, and we encourage you to support Mentor Greater Milwaukee, a local organization which strives to increase mentoring relationships by matching a caring adult with a child in need through safe, effective mentoring programs throughout Greater Milwaukee. Join them on Thursday, January 18th for their 4th annual Mentorship Symposium. Workshops will be highlighted the great ways you can encourage and be encouraged to get mentoring, from elementary education to monitoring young adults through internship or being a mentor to those in the community. Register to attend the event and support great local organizations by visiting MilwaukeeMentor.com. That's MilwaukeeMentor.com. Also, Truth Nation, the Pack is back in the playoffs, and we want to get your full football fix, and we're going to kick it off right. Tune in to the special playoff edition of Green Bay Game Day from noon until 3 p.m. as Tory Lowe, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, and Gabe take you through pregame to make sure you get updated on everything you need to know for the big game against Dallas on Sunday. So make sure you tap into Green Bay Game Day with your boy Tory Lowe, Green Bay Game Day with your boy Tory Lowe and the crew this Sunday from noon to 3 p.m. Hey, look, it's going to be powerful. Joining me on the lines is Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, salute.
Hey, look, we've been having a great conversation today, Queen. And salute to Brother Rashad Mohammed, Brother Rashad Mohammed, for coming through. They talking about, the wheels in the sky.
As they should. It's only right. It's definitely about that time.
And when we talk about I think he convinced me to go see the film that's supposed to be taking place.
As you should. Again, you're the most requested advocate. You definitely need to be in tune.
Hey.
On all sides.
I'm definitely going to try to check out this film. Once again, There will be a film called Answer, The Coming of God, shown Saturday, January 13th at 3 p.m. at the Muhammad Mosque 3, 4202 North Titonia. And it describes the Nation of Islam connections with UFOs. With the spaceship.
Powerful.
Right. Also, we jumped in Lake Michigan due to a deal we had made. If the Packers make the playoffs, we had to go into Lake Michigan, and I almost froze my toes off.
Hey, it's powerful though. They done all of these studies about how going into water like that cold and stuff, how it reverses a lot of issues that you have with your body and stuff, because the kidneys and the liver releases certain enzymes, that attack things that's not supposed to be there. So right. I mean, it was beneficial. But salute to you for standing up. You know what I'm saying? You had to do the thing because Jordan Love did his thing.
Hey, I was talking all that. I was talking all that yak about Jordan Love. I had to cash it in.
You bagged it up.
Hey, I had to cash it in. I had to go all the way through with it. Hey, never again. Hey.
You know what, King? I would have done that though. I would have did that. I'm down for stuff like that. I'm with that.
They trying to get.
Would have did that. I'd have did the plunge.
They trying to Benjamin. Them trying to get something together with the truth that if the Packers beat Dallas, they gonna do the plunge.
Hey, I'm with that. Like I just do it in the name of love, because again, it's
plunge in the name of love.
Just the frequency alone, huh?
I said plunge in the name of love.
I'll do it if they win the Super Bowl.
That part.
Zach said he'll do it if they win the Super Bowl. Now we got to do a game. We got to do a game for game.
It got to be something, right? A sacrifice has to be made.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give it up. If you're a true believer, those of us that truly believe is willing to put it on the line. Put it all on the line.
Also, Elizabeth, 215 bodies found in Jackson, Mississippi, and back at the jail. Families are upset.
Again, as they should be. As the world should be upset. Because, again, a lot of those bodies that wasn't, whose families wasn't contacted, the prison was still receiving money for these individuals.
Oh, wow.
Individuals been coming out of these prison systems telling people that they're being murdered in there, but they're still counting them as being there because they didn't contact their next of kin. So people are sending letters and, putting money on individuals' books who have been dead.
That's crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? But that prison system is still receiving money. They're still counting their heads, and this is why this being exposed is powerful, because it's an underbelly, and it's been going on. And individuals been saying what was going on inside these prisons and how people die in there, and they next of kin don't even know that they done died, because again, they keeping it a secret because they're still receiving monies and counting them on the head count.
And they never told the families. They never told the families. And the thing is, when you look at this place where they show it on, where you can see it, they just have a pole with a number.
Correct.
In the back of the jail down there in Mississippi.
Of course.
So what I'm saying is, these are the powers that be, the people that's out here locking you up for doing wrong.
Yes.
These are the people that's chasing you down for what you're doing in your life, but look what they doing.
Exactly.
Wow.
But it just goes to show everything is being revealed as of right now. Nobody. This is the era of information. You're only ignorant because you choose to be at this point. It's painted. It's clear that the law is breaking the law. They're not upholding anything. They're just, what I'm saying? Like, we're seeing that. Hunter Biden still not in jail. Joe Biden ain't, there's no RICO. The names on the flight list for Epstein Island. You seeing all of these individuals getting away with committing crimes. You're seeing the same individuals that's locking us up and punishing us for the law of the land, and then you have the immigrants coming in breaking those same laws and getting benefits from breaking the law.
Right. Hey.
Right now, you just have to make sure that you understand that you're believing what it is that you're seeing, because it's deeper than what you see. But the main idea is there is no need for conversation. The facts is in your face. That all of these individuals are dead. They never contacted the families. You're going to say that they was murdered or they committed suicide, but you never contacted the family, so you're guilty. Who murdered? Did anybody go to prison for that? No. So that's like, again, when you think about that many bodies in the back of that prison, Tory, it only reminded me of the slave graveyard.
Right.
Where they didn't kill black folks in it.
Unmarked.
Come on.
Wow. And and you know how they found this out all because of Dexter Wade was a man that was walking
correct
and was fatally hit by a police vehicle. And from there, now they found out what was going on with the 214 other graves that they put him in. This is horrible. When we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Truth Nation. Your willingness to share your stories with our community has helped make the Tory Lowe Show a 2-time First Place Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Award winner.
Hey, I'm tapping in for the Milwaukee County Jail. Yeah, man, they treating us real bad up here, man. I mean, they had us sleeping in feces and urine. They took the batteries from us, told us there wasn't no batteries in stock. I ain't never heard that in my life.
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
It is my purpose with this program to provide proper information so that people can be empowered. The year 2024 will provide opportunities for people to voice their opinions on a number of different topics, whether it be women's health care, whether it be workers' rights, whether it be increased public services, or rising wages. 2024 is an opportunity for all of us to get it correct. Unfortunately, personalities have impeded our ability to make good political decisions. It is horrendously unfortunate that the standard that we have for someone who should be leading the free world has delved so low that we are almost the laughing stock of the entire world. Speaking of the entire world, something else we find it incredibly difficult to agree on, and that is our democracy. Without democracy, this nation fails. Now, you may think this nation is already a failure, but if we do not have this direct system of the people choosing their leaders, things will get dramatically worse. And unfortunately, they will get worse for the people who absolutely and unequivocally need them to get better. Democracy, whether it be here or whether it be somewhere else, we are literally having discussions in this nation that saved the world from tyranny during World War II on whether we as Americans should spend our tax money to defend democracy in other parts of the globe. But for some reason, we see ourselves as separate from those individuals who live on the other side of the globe who are fighting for the exact same types of freedoms that we are fighting for here in the city of Milwaukee every single day. Hopefully this year we'll be able to provide insights and new clues as to why America, even though it is flawed, can be the best country in the entire world, because we chose in the year 2024 to stand up for and to stick up for American democracy.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Keep me down. First generation ghetto.
Truth Nation, MLK Day is approaching, and we're excited to partner with the YMCA of Metropolitan Milwaukee and the Marcus Performing Arts Center to celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on Monday, January 15th. Our team will kick off the MLK Day celebration with a broadcast of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly live from the YMCA's 27th annual Dr. Martin Luther King breakfast celebration at the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. The Marcus Performing Arts Center will continue the celebration from 1 to 6 p.m. as the Tory Lowe Show and the Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris will be broadcasting live from the Marcus Performing Arts Center 40th Annual Martin Luther King Birthday Celebration. Come celebrate the legacy of Dr. King with the award-winning 1017 The Truth all day long. The Truth on Remote. The Remote Street Team is sponsored by UW Credit Union. They're here for every you. Joining me on the lines is Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Hey, let me get your final thoughts on the show today, Queen.
I mean, as always, very pivotal. Real talk, real people in real time, King. Now is no better time than the present to have the real life conversation so we can go and do the real work and stop being distracted and being held up on things that really has no leverage on our lives or having us stand still and wait on somebody else, if knowing that we have what it takes to get it done today. So, I mean, powerful show as always. Salute to you and the rest of the individuals that decided to do the plunge for Jordan Love. Go Green Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Go Pack, go.
That alone, y'all putting the frequency out there, you know, and that's what people don't understand. When you go and do the work, you do the work first, and then you wait on your paycheck. You know, y'all putting that energy out there.
Hey,
y'all letting y'all letting the world know. Hey, King.
Also, I wanted to get your opinion before we go off the air. The federal lawsuit that accuses Alabama of modern day slavery for inmate labor, and you always talk about inmate labor, how they these same prisoners that work for these private entities, when they get out of jail that experience, they won't hire them once they get out of jail with that same experience
because they saying they felons.
Right.
Yes. That's exactly what's going on. And this is what I'm telling you. It's all about the almighty dollar. And again, I want to ask, where is Rico? You know, when we talking about, you know, big money, these prisons make big money and they utilize, they people lives 20, 30 years. They put them out there with heavy machinery that they, without being trained, for 2 cents an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the same companies that wouldn't hire them before they caught a felony.
Right.
But utilize their services while they're in prison, then get out and then turn them down saying that we don't hire felons. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, these are the same individuals that's now rushing to get the illegal immigrants who broke the law to get here. They want to give them a job. We got to make it make sense.
Without doing a background check. They saying that some of those
big companies.
They came from Venezuela prisons.
Come on.
They unloaded their prisons and sent them over here. Yeah.
Allegedly, they're empty.
That's allegedly.
But do your homework.
Hey, I just know there's a lot of them coming over here.
All facts. On top of the fact that all these same big companies that required U.S. citizens to have a degree, now talking about they don't need one. Do that math.
Wow. Hey, Elizabeth Brown, look, I appreciate you for coming through as usual, and I appreciate you for being on these front lines. We got work to do, girl.
Hey, you already know what it is. Let's get it. One love, King. Salute.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory, love from 104. I'll holla at you.
Hey, look, I appreciate Truth Nation for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for sending in them talk to text and getting involved in the chat. That's live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube. I appreciate y'all for being in the chat. Hey, look, join me tomorrow for another powerful conversation. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Put your hands up in terms of how you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. I'm ready to show.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insight